That's right, that's why they both get paid the big bucks. When they talk about the greatest generation, you certainly exemplify what the greatest generation is all about. Acorn and Wilson, in fact, I think some of your relatives worked for my grandfather. I don't know. Am I good at my dismester? Can I say what I do? I really like the Patriots. I want you to say exactly what you can say when you're a lawyer. Impresses the court with his oratory skills. Surprisingly, Judge Frank has known him for many years, but he's never actually known what his name really is. So, for the record, finally, after all these years, what is your name, sir? Really, it's Anthony J. I knew his nephew Donnie. He's been practicing for years. And as Judge Frank remembers it, he would always be in court every day, trying cases, basically in all the courts. So it was an honor having him in municipal court. This time, he didn't come to represent a client, he was representing himself. I have a little bit of trouble hearing at age 91. I'm kind of losing the... Oh, that's not a problem. He had to use the meter, internet by credit card. The credit card was February 6th, and he had paid it for 2 hours. The hours that he paid for, according to the certificate, were from 9:59 to 11:59. But when he got the ticket, it was dated February 6th, 12 noon. That 1 minute cost him $25, and apparently he thought there was a grace period, but there wasn't. I had to use the meter. It went from 9:59 a.m. to 11:59. Well, Mr. Brasco, let me ask you a question. You're 91 years old, you're still shopping, active, what's your secret? I think it's my wife, really. He's been married for about 60 years, and he's got 13 grandkids. And it looks like he's lived a really good life. Judge Frank stated that he was going to have a court-appointed lawyer represent him, and this lawyer was counseled, Bubbly Clip. He thought the case should be dismissed on the 60-second rule. This second rule is that they have to give a person of 90-plus years the opportunity to walk to his car. Independent counsel about the disposition of this case, well, this case should be dismissed based upon that 60-second rule. Let's get paid the big bucks. Very poignant point. I'm sure he learned that from his dad. Judge Frank granted the counsel's motion and dismissed the case. Well, I think I'm going to grant the motion of Attorney Beverego, and I'm going to dismiss the case. Judge Caprio needs the oldest motorist ever to appear before him. Mr. Salami Castor is a military man. He served in the army from 43 to 46, which means he served in the Second World War. He's definitely part of the world's greatest generation. Good morning. Good morning, sir. My name is Castor Salami. Oh, you served in the Second World War? Yes. And now you're turning the bad corner of life. What are you charged with here? Going through a red light. That's pretty commendable. He was charged with a red light violation. It was on a really busy intersection, and it appears that he even knows the number of traffic signals on that intersection. He told the court there were 5 traffic signals on that intersection, and there were trucks going in all directions. So he must have followed a truck, this is Inspector Carrigan. So what branch of the service did you, the U.S. Army? You were in the Army. He's a Marine. Ah, the best. He explained that he served 1 year in New Guinea, and they made preparations to land in Luzon, in the Philippines, to free the country. Judge Frank stated that he had watched a movie that was in the Philippines titled March of the Matan and asked if he knew anything about it. He immediately answered saying he did because he was there, but he didn't go to the march. But they did try to free Manila, but it was already destroyed. The weather was terribly hot. Right? Yes, yeah. Wow, when the war ended, he was up in northern Luzon in the Philippines and had gotten word from Army headquarters that the war had ended. He further explained that their next job was to get all the Japanese that they could and ship them down to Minnesota for repatriation. The judge was so wowed he had to ask him his age. How old are you? I turned 100 in June. 100 years old. Come on. Applause. It's down to his contribution to the country. Judge Frank stated he wasn't going to go any further with that. I think that you represent people who respect one another, cover for one another, and protect someone else. In a bid to honor him, and thank him for his service and bravery, and also for his contribution to the country, the case was dismissed. It's beautiful seeing a man at that age still strong and in good shape. He's a true symbol of courage and strength. On to the next case. We can never ever thank you and your generation enough for the contributions. In this case, it is dismissed. I mean, I don't care. What did you come in for today? I was going for a dismissal. The former Federal Hill neighbor surprises Joe Caprio with a long-forgotten family connection before the case even begins. Mr. Kabachi told the court he had no recollection of the event because it happened 7 years ago, but recently a notice arrived in the mail from 2011. Right, where were you at 6:38 in the morning? I don't know where I was yesterday, he admitted. I have to be honest. He explained it was his license plate, and he traveled that road often. Showing the footage, he could barely identify his own car. Let's take a look at it. Is that your car? This is probably my car. I'm not sure. But the thing is, it took us 7 years to catch you. Yeah, 7 years to track me down. What's your favorite meal? Ravioli. If she were living, she'd cook that for me. He brought back fond memories. Judge Frank recalled his father. They laughed as the connection was revealed. Was she a good cook? Oh yeah, oh yeah. In Federal Hill, people loved her cooking. Some of your relatives even worked for my grandfather. Was your grandfather born in Italy? Oh yeah, Rocco Movino. My father was a wholesaler. Someone owed him money they never paid. The matter was dismissed, thank you, Joseph Upton, a 90-year-old man caught speeding. He was driving his wife to the hospital and had to make a turn, slightly speeding. I haven't had a ticket in, I don't know, 30 years? Next month, I'll be 90. Yes, sir. His wife is 86 or 87. Married for 60 years, with 3 children. He told the court he rarely drives fast, so he couldn't believe it. He was only 2 miles over the limit. The city moved to dismiss with a warning, and Judge Frank made sure to tease him. Inspector Quinn was jokingly told he'd be on probation for 20 years, so he'd have to return in 20. From 20 years from now, you have to come back. Oh, okay. You'll stick around long enough to see the Red Sox win, not once, but 4 World Series. The judge was impressed that at 90, he was still caring for his wife. A great American story. The case was dismissed. Good luck to you, sir. Case dismissed. Thank you very much. James Redd has 2 parking tickets on Smith Street. He's from Hoboken, New York, about an hour from the city. The chance was parking on the sidewalk. I couldn't move it after the first ticket because I was waiting for a new starter. That was the only place I could put it. When I moved it, I put it across the street in a spot while trying to sell it. Did you sell it? Yes, I did. I have a different Jeep now. Are you a student? Yes, sir. I go to Johnson & Wales. I study culinary nutrition and want to be a nutritionist or personal chef for a sports team, like a hockey team. Based on this parking space, I'll give you a break. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I like Colorado better, so hopefully I'll work for the Colorado Avalanche. Judge Frank asked what nutrition advice he'd give Tom Brady. It's hard being from New York and liking the Patriots, but if I were working for him, I'd give the right nutrition advice: keep doing exactly what you're doing. An 85-year-old Haitian immigrant, working full-time as a security guard, impresses Judge Frank with his work ethic. Good morning, sir. You have 2 red lights. He explained his boss had warned him he'd be sent home if late. He works 4 to 6 hours daily, 85 years old? Yes, sir. The question was whether he'd still be in court at 85. He works because he can't stay idle. His children live elsewhere, but he supports himself as a security guard. He had a school zone violation, 1 mile over. 1 red light was dismissed. Judge Frank said the other red light would cost $85, but due to circumstances, it would be covered by the Philomena Fund. I told him he had to pay nothing. He gave me a very mean look. Good luck to you. Thank you.